key. I still talk to my employees about time management, and they're in their 40s, and it's kind of it's kind of sad. But to hear from an 8-year-old, to be prompt and be on time, and just hearing the joy in her new venture, and it is exciting to know that these kids are getting, what they need.
It's I will tell any parent. For me, she was kind of pushed out, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but her teacher saw something in her that I wanted others to see besides myself, and they helped me get her here, because at first we were denied. The waiting list for them they're ridiculous. Right. Everyone, their waiting list is so outrageous.
But is this something that's going to become world, in every school?
No.
Slowly but surely?
Success Academy, it's select schools, select areas. I think so far, I can't even keep account, but like Queens has Rosedale, and I think they have another one.
They have to have a certain,
They only have,
reading level.
Queens only has like 2 or 3. Brooklyn has some, but the majority are in Manhattan.
In Manhattan, right, and they're mostly in Harlem. And funny thing is, she started in Harlem, and it's founded by a woman. So she started in Harlem, so she has Harlem 1, 2, and I think it's 3 or 4 rel. She has 4 of them.
It's up to it's 5 or so, because 4. Mason goes to 4 and Tristan goes to 1. Okay. I think 1 is on 14th Street. Downtown. Because he's close by. He's on Urban Place, and Mason is in Harlem on 113th.
Yeah.
So they were both accepted, which I was excited about.
Yeah, it was a good look, and we was they're so organized, and it puts the regular Board of Ed to shame, even with the uniforms. They have their own uniform store.
I see the uniforms is fly. They got the blue and orange.
But they have a store. Like, you have to go to their store.
There's no more cookies. There's no more.
I mean, well, you could go to cookies for the blue pants, but they specifically want you to go to their store.
I know about
their
that.
Socks. They have their shoes. They have their book bags. Every child, if you see them, they all walk with the same book bag. No child is in it with a spade ground and other one has this. They keep them to the point that what they wear is not important. And that's what I like. They eliminated the fact that, because a lot of kids get dressed.
They need to focus on what
they eliminated the fashion show.
Right. It's not a fashion. It's about education. And I have to admit, from the first day I was there, I got to sit, because she had to do an assessment test to see where she places, because their academics is totally different than the regular Board of Ed.
Okay.
I know we're not gonna touch too much on this.
So is this not ran by the Board of Ed? Like, this is not.
It's
no.
And
it really isn't. I think the ELA test is the same, and something else is the same.
But as far as their curriculum goes, they grade totally different. Because when she took the test for them, her reading level was still beyond and above. Mm-hmm. Her math, in their eyes, was below.
Okay.
Compared to when she was in the regular public school, they said she was above her grade level. In actuality, she's below a little. So they're like, okay, we're going to get her where she needs to be. So they grade totally different.
Public school, step your game up, all right? Step your game up. These are the babies, man. This is the future. Step your game up, man.
But I don't want to.
Let me say this though to you, Angie, too.
Yeah.
Because we talk about what it does for the students.
Yeah.
You really need to talk about what it does for the parents as well.
Yeah.
Because it forces the parents to also get their lives together and stop BSing and cheating their children.
It does.
Because even though my sister, has a very high position in the city, human resources department and stuff like that, she can never be on time.
Yeah.
Just everything's on her own time and everything else. And I remember her going on vacation, and I went to Success Academy to the first meeting thing for her. And I said, if you choose this school, you're going to really have to get your life together.
Yeah, you have to.
Because it's more than just about the kids.
It's about the parents as well. Because they even send us, from the first day I got an email from the teacher already, class tag. Like, they have their own network.
I've seen that. My nephew
So we have to do that. And, you have to donate your time in some way. So for me, I donated because I work and then I have my other side things I have going on. I didn't want to cheat her or the school and say, I can go on every trip and I could do this, I could do that. So I decided I would donate for the trip, like for parties or whatever they throw. But Rel's right. It actually put some fire under my behind because the first day just to see her face, and when the principal chastised, he didn't just chastise her, he chastised me, but it affected her more.
Yeah.
So this morning I was up at 4:30, 4:45. I was in the shop. I was ready at 5 something. Yeah. I had her ready. So we went to training.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
So we got to.
That's how it should be though.
At 7:17, and it made me realize. Sometimes when we parents think we're so hands-on, we could be even more
hands-on. It's always something.
And it's certain things that you still want to show her because just by being late one time makes her feel like, okay, if I'm late to work, it should be cool too. No, it's not.
Right.
And she's 8 and she was jumping on me like, Mom, like, are you serious? Like she gave me the business. And she knew the train was
That's right, Jordan. Time management.
It wasn't even my fault. And we left.
Stay on her, you hear me?
And you know what's so funny? We left at 5:30 on Monday to get there. We got to the train at like 6:15. If the E train wasn't just with the problems, we would have been there on time on Monday. Right. But the E train made, and then we had to do the J train. And I said, wait a minute, hold up.
Listen, we already know how New York City get down.
And that's what
so it's a good thing, Jordan, you are here and present. And this is the reason why I did bring Jordan on board because sometimes as an adult, we can tend to get lost in our own world. And, here we have the youth and the innocence to, bring us back.
And she does
kind of remind us, where our priorities lie, especially with this.
Jordan,
right,
ain't nobody
girl.
saying, this interview is over.
But shout out to Success Academy. Sounds like they're doing great things, guys. If y'all haven't heard about it, definitely look into it.
And if you're trying to get your kids in there, please put them on a wait. There's a waiting list just for kindergarten. So put your child's name on the list. Just go on their website. It's so easy to apply on the website. You just go to successacademy.org and you can just fill out and it asks you where, and you get to select your choices.
Okay.
So if you want to do the Bronx, you want to do, just select. And I selected 7. Out of all 7, Hell's Kitchen. And they called us on our vacation for her birthday week. We got the phone call saying she's been accepted. When at first she was denied. She's put on a waiting list. And then in July, on her birthday week on vacation, we got the call.
Well, again, Jordan, congratulations. I am excited for you. I see that you're excited. I'm glad you got your wish in making new friends. Yes. Good luck on basketball. I hope to be at your game. All right, so don't invite me.
Say Domo, right. You know you gonna be there.
All right. But thank you, Jordan, again. All right. I wish you the best success in your school year. All right, and keep up the good work.
All right. Thank you, Miss.
All right.
Thank you, Miss Williams. Excuse me, Miss Williams. Bye.
So there y'all have it. 8-year-old Jordan. All right.
And that was good for her to get that because they already broke down the curriculum, so it's kind of good.
But let's get into this. Let's get into the world outside of elementary.
Yes, well, you ain't here, so we got
Academy. Speaking of sports and basketball,
here we go.
We gonna. I really hate to come back to this topic, but we're gonna speak on it. The whole NFL and Jay-Z situation. Just want to hear your input on it. Me, I have an open mind. I think what Jay-Z is doing is creating a platform, for our genre of music. Something that has been scarce. We have certain, we have people play at the Super Bowl, but it was never really hip hop. It was either a pop artist or country or rock and roll. It was never hip hop. And right now hip hop is at its top, is at its peak. You know what I'm saying? And the whole Colin Kaepernick with the kneeling, and I agree. That was a different cause, to bring awareness to an injustice, something that also needs
to be brought attention to,
and something that someone else needs to be working on. So I feel like we, took hold of, grasp 2 areas in which we need to reevaluate and rebuild, which is community and business.
Well, that's what Jay-Z is, and people have to. He's a businessman. Right. He's a businessman before anything. I mean, he's an artist. Let me say it first. He's an artist first. And he has done things, I feel like, and someone else said, I think Diddy said it. Jay-Z came in this game and did something that most of them are still trying to do. He has changed the game, and he has been accepted into areas that some of them still can't even get their foot in.
I'm going to tell you one thing about a leader. A leader never reveals his moves. He just makes moves. He just moves. He doesn't.
Silence. It's not, like what we said, like the chess, like the chess. It's on the chess
you play chess, not
That's
checkers.
it, not checkers. Every move is strategic in a plan. And like I love his interview, and I think Charlamagne said it again today. He's been reposting it a lot. I think that's why it keeps constantly being spoken, because again, social media, once you put one thing out there and you keep playing it over and over, people don't know how to let things go. I'm not saying it's something to let go. I don't think he's been attacked in good ways, and he's been attacked in bad ways about the situation. But I like what Charlamagne said this morning about it, and he was breaking it down, and he was basically saying that if you take a time out and just hear what this man is saying and understand that he's not coming against Kaepernick or whatever, he's just saying that they could be more brought.
Right.
That's it. Mm-hmm. And that's all he's saying, and I agree.
But that's the way our minds, and I'm gonna say ours because I'm African American as well. But that is the way the mind is trained. When someone thinks differently from you or don't move like you, we automatically attack.
That's why I have
personally attack. We think people are sellouts.
Yep.
We think that, they're against us.
Yep.
Which is not. Somebody has to think outside the box and moving forward. We cannot all be on one in like one cage or just one mindset where it's just like, well, they're attacking us, so we must be on defense mode 24/7. We are on defense mode 24/7, and that's not taken away from what's going on or what's actually happening. It is happening. You understand what I'm saying? But we have a team that fights, and then we have a team who, in between the fight and uses logic to create solutions that, and I don't think enough of us are on that board.
No, because we like to be on the attack board, because the attack board is the popular board. Rel, am I wrong? I mean, Rel, because am I wrong? It's better
give us your insight. I think not attack, but on defense mode. We've been on defense mode for a while.
Can I say just one thing? And here's the thing. Here's the point that Jay-Z is making, right? So Kaepernick took a stand, right? Mm-hmm. And once he took a stand, he got a lot of attention, right? A lot of it was negative.
Yeah.
Okay, but for the most part, everybody understood why he did what he did.
Right.
Now that it's all said and done, some time has passed. Where's the action?
Right. And that's what Jay
Where's the
saying.
purpose
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
So he's stepping up so that there could be some action.
Right.
So that it just doesn't die out, and in 10, 15 years is never heard of again.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now there's a platform that he's helping to create that now, okay, so the NFL wants to treat our players this way. Mm-hmm. Why don't we form a commission where when it happens again, we can sit down and talk and not just ostracize the player.
Right.
Or better yet, with my help, maybe we could form another league that maybe we can build ourselves, and we don't have to worry about the NFL.
But see, and Rel, you too quiet. I need you here.
Well, y'all are talking. I'm on a cell phone, so I know when I cut it, it's going to be that and then it throw everything off. So I was just sitting patiently. I agree with both sides of the argument, and generally speaking, I agree with the deal that Jay-Z made. And as a businessman, he's one of the smartest African American businessmen we have. So I have to respect the move. The only thing that probably bothered me during his press conference was when they asked him about the Colin Kaepernick situation. I think he was caught off guard the way the question was asked, so he sort of danced with it. He was like, "Do you know what we were kneeling for?" I think he said, "I think we're past that, and I don't think we can ever be past the kneeling because we still have the police brutality, the unnecessary killing, etc., and just the general treatment of us as a race and as we are all humans, but us as African Americans, we just get treated differently." And so that was probably the only thing that I disagree with, and I just think it caught him off guard with the way that the question was asked, because if you ask anybody out here, I don't think, or anyone who's ever fought for civil rights, they would say, you can never say we're past the meal or past the situations, because
it's still going on.
There has been nothing, just still going on. But like y'all was saying, like, you know, he's there now to help facilitate the changes and make sure that it doesn't get forgotten, that the kneeling wasn't for anything, and that hopefully we can create other opportunities and other platforms for us. I just hope that it does go that way, and it doesn't turn into him collecting more money and it's only a select few that reap the benefits of it. Because a good leader also shares the wealth and brings up other bosses or brings people through the ranks and teaches them also how to lead.
Right.
And so sometimes I question that with Jay-Z, because I don't really see where he brought too many other leaders up. That's just me personally. Yeah. But I don't have a problem with the business deal, and if he's going to do something with it that benefits down the line, and no one should expect to see any major changes or effects, small term or big, you know, right away, because it's going to take time for him to do whatever it is he's going to.
Absolutely, and that's what it's about right now. It's about the buy-in. Yeah. How many people are on board to want to do something about it?
That's the number one they tell you, and like just marketing or so. You gotta buy in first. You gotta get the people to buy in, and once you got them, they buy in. It's pretty much a go. You know what I'm saying? But I think us as a whole, we have to stop with the, you know, being defensive all the time and take the time to start thinking, you know, from a different perspective. You know, it is easy for us to get so emotional and wrapped up in the things that are going on because it happens so frequently and it's so it's ongoing. Right. But like we spoke about before, you have to have a stronger mindset in finding solutions, and you know that's not taken away from the protests and everything and the chanting. But to be honest with you, I think they look at that as just marketing for them. Yeah. For their businesses. Yep. They don't sympathize that easy. They don't empathize that easy. No. And I want our people to understand that everybody is not gonna hold your hand or kumbaya with you the way you want to. Right. Or because you're crying or because you're yelling and screaming, they're gonna give you what you want. It's not gonna happen. So you have to, that's
just, the other part of it too. You know what I'm saying? Just want to sit around and wait for the handout. Right. And you can't play victim all the time, but you're not doing anything to make a change. Exactly. That's a great argument on the Jay-Z side. Well, who else was bold enough and willing enough to take that deal and to try to do something else out here? Because all these other rappers out here just taking their money and again keeping it to themselves. Absolutely. And not trying to do anything to help anyone else other than them and the select few.
And I think that's where the real issue lies. I think that we don't project where we need to project, and we project where we look at the saviors, and because we're so dependent on the success of Jay-Z, that we expect him to just make a miracle for everything. And it's just like it's a community effort. We need more people with a thought process like that. Yep. And I tell people all the time, he's showing you the blueprint. It's not physically gonna be handed to you like here. You gotta say it again. You know what I'm saying? I like that word. It's a blueprint. He's a mentor. You need to watch how he moves and get on that wave. And instead us as a collective, if we're all on the same page with that thought process, just imagine what we can do. How stronger you will be mentally and not just emotional about everything. And again, that's not taken away from things that
goes to my favorite word, two words: emotional intelligence. Exactly. And that's what really keeps a lot of people from achieving a higher standard or higher, becoming more prosperous. Right. Because they can't develop their emotional intelligence enough to really think about everything, and they just react. Everybody, like you said, that's what's going on. Even with the Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Listen, that Popeyes thing got
hoping none of y'all talk about this little stupid Popeye sandwich. I'm so sick of that sandwich.
Listen, I'm not even saying, but because people need something to hold on to. Like, again, the emotional intelligence is so low, unfortunately. And again,
if you guys don't understand what emotional intelligence is, emotional intelligence is, feeling the emotion without acting. You can feel the emotion, but you don't always have to act on what you feel. You have to really think whether it's something that will affect you 5 years from now, because if it doesn't matter 5 minutes from what you're feeling, it's not gonna matter in 5 years. So
I promise you not.
Well, if we look at this thing, it's nothing but a distraction.
It is a distraction. It's definitely, we're easy distracted.
We as a people, every time as a people, when we have an opportunity to galvanize and come together and build something, there's somebody that always throw a monkey wrench out there and make it look so valuable.
And that monkey wrench raised $27.3 million.
Right, and then they want to throw the numbers at you. So you're like, wow, I got to be a part of that.
Yes.
But it's only a distraction.
It's that social. It's that wanting to be in the midst of it. Some people didn't even understand what the man was talking about. But because people had negative, and the thing that killed me was, it wasn't so much that he had so many positive.
What are you talking about, Jay? Oh, we back.
Hold on. Wait, let me back to this chicken thing. We on this chicken thing or we on Jay-Z?
We was on the chicken thing.
We on both.
We on both. Because this chicken sandwich.
Here's what it is. You gotta have the emotional intelligence to understand Jay-Z's decision. Yeah. And you gotta have the emotional intelligence to understand that Popeyes just released the chicken sandwich just like anybody else.
But McDonald's got the same chicken sandwich for $1.
First of all, that's not even a point. Popeye's been had this chicken sandwich since they opened. So I'm trying to figure out, because we had a beef between two companies on the internet, this raised revenue.
I want y'all to know we really.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing that's killing me about the whole situation. Okay. Where does it say, or is it underlined that this chicken sandwich is healthy for you?
Appreciate it.
Right. Now that's something they haven't said. Because they quit the whole thing, because that was one of the biggest topics too, because obesity is huge.
Absolutely.
In our community. So instead of us,
I ordered the breast and the breast only. The breast got less fat than any piece of chicken.
But it's still processed.
Thank you. But I'm not messing with none of it.
What, the white meat?
Yes. It's
a processed
chicken.
That's why if you
well,
look at,
I have seen a couple of videos.
It says nothing about non-GMO on it.
No.
It's genetically modified
I thought everybody
organisms.
Was vegan this year. Where does Popeye sandwich come from?
Y'all with that vegan.
It didn't come out of a spinach can.
Right. Because everybody was vegan. Now, so I even seen fights on social media. They are fighting over a chicken sandwich. First of all, I'm from the South. I'm sorry. Y'all can come see me anytime y'all want. I'm with it. Chick-fil-A is official. Sorry, but from the South.
I mean, the only thing I like is they grilled chicken nuggets. And
the chicken
and
finger.
the fries with the Polynesian sauce.
Yeah, okay, you got. But Chick-fil-A still popping. Sorry, Popeyes, because your crust be too hard.
They not open on
see, this right here, this is how it started. Because social media plays such an important role in everything these days, it just escalated very quickly.
It did.
Because all it is, it's nothing wrong to debate and have a good conversation.
But don't get carried away. We getting carried away when you got fights and
one
it gets.
One guy jumped through the drive-through window
right.
and was
so when it started getting to that point and people doing skits and all of that kind of stuff, it's just like, all right, now it's getting out of hand because it's not that serious.
But you know what? Now here goes the ghetto side of me. Al's still praying for me on the low. But me, if I was aside, like working at the little window in the whatever drive-through, and someone jumped in my window, I'm throwing oil on you. I'm dumb. I'm not playing with you.
Well, thank God you're at nobody's.
Right, absolutely.
But what got me mad with the video was Shorty was like, and if you touch him again, I'm gonna fight you. Boo-boo, your man jumped through my window in my space, and you want to fight me? I throw oil on you too.
We got a lot to work on. I think this situation has shown and proved what distractions can do to our people, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I was disgusted. It's embarrassing because we're already affiliated with the fried chickens, the watermelon, and you kind of
we already got a stigma.
You know what I'm saying?
all of these different things that come associated with us. All that was missing, I'm surprised Popeyes didn't offer a chicken sandwich with fries and a grape soda.
Okay,
or
because that's what
a piece of watermelon on the side for dessert.
Nah, real talk.
Because that's what it looked like. That's what it looks like. The way we're acting over a piece of chicken.
Yeah. And that's why I said again, social media. And you know what?
Major distraction. Major distraction.
Like I think we talked about it last time. I remember what I did was I took down my personal page because my thing was in this year, I need to focus on what's beneficial.
Right.
Me posting.
I think we all need to focus on what's beneficial.
Where I go on
vacation,
what me and my man doing, what me and my kids doing. That's not. I don't need to post every moment of my day. What I need to focus on is the things that I invest in. So I close my personal, and I've been focused on my business.
Absolutely.
And I must admit, since I've done that, the people, the following has been coming. The ideas.
We spoke about this last time, though. We said social media is always going to be there. It's how you decide you're going to use it.
How about it should be
who you decide to follow?
You're supposed to use it for its benefit.
Exactly. But it's not.
Not to tear people down. The word says that our people perish for lack of knowledge. Yeah. We never seek the proper information in anything. They throw a chicken sandwich at you. You're supposed to be looking at the health benefits.
Exactly.
Okay. Now we understand why we have people who are obese and why people have diabetes and heart disease, high cholesterol, all of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they just keep feeding us, and we keep accepting it.
Okay. My knucklehead came in with 2. They were
sold. They were sold out. Try it.
No, it wasn't.
You don't have to obsess over it.
No, but this is the thing. This fool didn't even get Popeyes. He was so mad. He went to Popeyes to get one, and it was sold out. So this fool went to McDonald's. Me and her come home last night. He got 2 in the bag talking about, well, you know, mine, they sold out. And I thought we should just try it. So here goes a McChicken. Who ain't tried a McChicken?
Nah, some guy came in with Wonder Bread with his own bread. I was just...
Yeah, listen, go get your own chicken. For whoever's listening, if you want a Popeye sandwich, let me tell you what you do. You get some buttermilk, you get some flour, you get some paprika, some salt, onion, what is garlic powder. Season your own. It ain't gonna be the same.
We going
season your own chicken, put it in a little bun.
It ain't gonna be...
No, it is the same thing because it's the chicken, potato bread.
But chicken is processed a certain way. That's why it tastes that way.
Well, get the organic chicken.
You know?
Well, get the organic chicken, get the little potato bread because they lying to you. It's not their own bun. It's potato bun.
The power in marketing, guys. The power in marketing. Y'all got to be more
You see the effect of it.
It's crazy.
It scares me.
It's beyond scary.
It shouldn't scare you. The part of that is.
Yeah, I'm listening, Ralph.
It's scary.
Because for us, right? It's just like basketball. Is just like sports for us or entertainment. The way that we've been deprived, the way that we've been cheated out of a lot of things, and you can't deny that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you have other races who have throughout history lied to get ahead, basically, and try to keep us down, right? So when you have these type of opportunities here, it is a quick way for us to say, well, damn, maybe I can capitalize off of this stuff. So maybe if I act foolish on social media, I'll go viral, and through that thing of going viral, I can maybe just get a quick check out of this or something like that because I'm broke.
Right.
Or I'm on my last dime out here, and some of these situations out here, because I just riding the train sometimes, you really see some of it is not. It's not everyone's fault.
Right.
Because people will say, "Oh, we all have the same opportunities." Unfortunately, we really don't. You know what I mean? And so, just to, I understand. But again, that's the emotional intelligence. Like one side of it is like, all right, y'all, it's just chicken. Y'all are embarrassing me out here.
Yeah.
But then the other side of it is with the craze with social media and stuff like that, and all of these people posting and this and that. It's just like I just want to be a part of something. I just want to feel like I'm a part of something. I need some attention too. Like I'm just tired of my life. I have so much stress, and nothing ever goes right. at least with this, maybe I'm accepted or acknowledged.
Listen,
right.
all attention is not good attention.
Right, and I was going to
all
say
attention is not good intention, and I think we have moved away from morals and values as a people. I think that is something that we need to restore back in the home.
Absolutely.
Period. You understand the internet, and this is the way of life now. Everything is going to be seen. Everything is going to be heard. Don't. Everything doesn't need to go viral. They already have us as a statistic.
Yes, they do.
On certain things. Please do not prove that point.
How about just stop proving the point?
Well, here's the thing, right? Real simple. What was the lady years ago that went viral over the oh man, that's a fire. What
the fire?
Right.
That's a fire.
Right.
I knew exactly what you were talking about.
What you mean? They light themselves on fire?
No.
After she was being interviewed and it was a fire or something, and she was like, "That's a fire."
Right.
And she went viral off of that.
Right. She went
viral. And the other dude went viral off of the, "You better protect your kids."
Right.
Hide your kids, hide your wife.
Right. But my point is, where are they now?
Right.
That moment of glory has came and went.
Exactly.
Ain't nobody looking for them.
Nope.
Ain't nobody trying to put no money in their pocket.
They got money off of the hide your kids, hide your wife.
Let me show you something. But how much?
How much he
and
made?
how long does that last?
It probably was enough to get them where they needed to go. But
the dude that said hide your kids and all, he had a Benz or something. And then he got arrested for something after that.
Right.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken.
Well, that comes with the lack of knowledge.
I get Al's point on that too. It's like you sold your soul almost for not enough, basically. Right. You know what I mean? So was it worth it?
So my thing is, after you receive all that attention, all the accolades, and you get a few dollars in your pocket, 10 years from then, where's the rest of your life?
Exactly.
Right.
Okay, how do you maintain?
Right.
Okay, because people are looking at some of them like, you're a buffoon.
Right.
It was funny, but you're a buffoon.
And now y'all got me stuck, because now I'm trying to think, what was her saying? Now it's stuck in my head, because I remember her with that little do-rag and just standing outside, and she was like, "Oh, I ain't got time for this."
That's what it is.
I ain't got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
And she was so ratchet, because
I'm like, y'all laughing though, like that.
No, because you know what made me laugh at her? It was more laughing, but also felt bad. I'm like, "Miss, your house was on fire. What you mean you ain't got time for?"
Right.
Your house was on fire. I would have all the time in the world. But it was the way she said it, and then they took it and made fun of it, and then people were remixing it, and it was just,
they
and
made
then
a
she
song
got
out
a
of it.
song out of it. Ain't nobody got time for this.
That's just our people, again, just taking everything as a joke.
But that's sad.
You're right. I don't want to judge, because sometimes it's just appropriate. Sometimes.
No, you're right.
You're right.
I mean, my thing is, we serve an amazing God, and God loves to laugh.
That's a
right?
fact.
But when you are the center of attention, somebody's making a buffoon of you, it's a whole different story, because it affects a race of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we've already looked at
But the thirst for attention is like, up there. So they just like, I'm willing to do. We talked about that the other day. I said it to somebody. I said, listen, I've never said, the last podcast, I said, I've never seen so many males dress up like females and act in a way. I mean, some of them you do is funny, but
keep quiet on this.
I said, like, it's gotten to this extreme that.
But you said the magic word earlier: principles, morals, and values. They're gone.
They're gone.
They don't exist anymore.
They don't.
Because a real man is not going to get up and dress like no woman. No. He's not going to act all feminine in front of a group of people.
Right.
No.
Okay. He's going to hold his own. He's going to make sure that his masculine side
see Tyler
shines.
Perry's situation. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's
as an actor and filmmaking, but with the whole the social media and people just I mean
it's becoming more flamboyant.
It's comedy,
open.
but then some of it is just like you're acting.
But this is my point. Tyler Perry did it for a purpose.
Right. Yeah.
Other people looking at him without understanding,
right?
But he's a multi-millionaire because of it. Yeah. So we get that.
Yeah.
But are you a multi-millionaire?
But he also makes sure to show his masculinity too.
Exactly.
Right, absolutely.
In the same film.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And definitely outside of that when he's in the public.
Absolutely.
And that's what people are missing. Like not to, because that's a very broad topic to jump on about men and transsexuals and things like that, because that's, you know, where I work at, that's all I see. You know, I saw men in some crazy sundresses all summer long.
I seen them too. They come through my job.
That's why I ain't see no women with sundresses, because the men is buying them. Man, listen, I ain't see.
They sold out like Popeye's chicken sandwich.
I ain't see a honey in a sundress all summer.
I've seen some.
Summer, y'all buying up the sundress.
Weird.
This is crazy.
And I think it was somebody, we was having a conversation, and they were
like,
like,
about me, I'm buying up all the boxes. But listen,
there's enough boxes in the world. There ain't enough sundresses, and I'm telling you, because I got a whole lot of butt. I need some dresses, and it's not butt. When you go to H&M and you looking for that medium or that large, and it's like, oh, sorry, miss, he got the last one. No, sir. No, I needed that dress. But it was funny where we were saying the roles are switching. Like you said, principles and things they're gone.
They're gone. Absolutely.
And it's sad to say, in most situations.
But do you consider someone choosing? I mean, listen.
We gonna hit that topic?
My thing is, whatever you choose, you choose. I don't think that's you taking yourself. You know, I don't judge you having less morals or values.
Right.
Whatever you do, you do. I feel like your actions is what I'm more so judging.
I agree with that, because whatever you choose to do, I don't judge on people's choices of whatever they want to do. It's the actions behind it that I have to question.
Right.
And that's the only thing. I agree with you when you talk about the men now dressing like women. I mean, our shoes, to the point that men are straightening their hair. You know, men are fixing their bodies to look like us.
Right.
Like, you want breasts, you want, and it's like.
But it's something. That goes to show you that it's something that's been wanting to be done, and I think being that is more accepted and open now, they're actually putting it.
Look at our face.
Here's the thing. Transgender, gays, lesbians have always been around.
Right.
But it's never been this disrespectful.
Right.
It's to a point where now it's disrespectful.
Okay.
You know, they don't care about the way children are perceiving it.
Right.
Okay? They don't care about how your grandparents would perceive it.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So again, you got to come to a point in time that if you want to be a part of society, you got to include everybody like you want to be included.
Right.
Okay. You got to respect everybody like you want to be respected. You can't be overzealous. You can't get to a point that when somebody says something to you, every little thing is a matter of 100,000%.
Dramatics.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. And it's not fair to people, us regular people who just walk this earth, just trying to have a good life. We see you, we speak.
Right.
You know, you can't even say to them, let me give you a perfect example. Someone walks in and you could tell they're a man, but they're changing.
Right.
Okay. And you say, how you guys doing? I'm not a guy. I'm not this.
Yeah.
All that drama for what?
Yeah. No, you're
I'm like, sis.
I be around a crowd of people and I be like, how y'all guys doing all the time?
Bro,
and he's right, because I work at a school where it's an audio school.
Right.
So it's a lot of different characters come through. And I've had 3 so far that came in, and my admissions rep be looking at me and they be like, so is that a guy or girl? What you asking me? I'm waiting for you to tell me, because she looks like me, but her name says Ricky. I'm confused. Some guys just are really heavy where they develop the breast, but they're men. And it's like, and everybody knows at work I have no filter. I say what I want to say. So I always tell them, don't ask me, because if I say the wrong thing, I'm going to get pulled to the back. So how about y'all figure this out and come back and tell me?
Right.
Because, and then it's like, I have one now, they're in the school. So my question was, okay, so when they go to the bathroom, where do they go? Like, it's just, and my thing is, I get where you're coming from, but I feel like the reason why they don't care anymore is because they feel like it was never respected for them. So now they're just blatantly showing it to us. Like, you didn't accept me, so now I'm going to make you accept me.
But that's not true.
But it's not true, because
they've always been accepted.
And that's the thing a lot of them don't understand.
Always.
And I think what it is, again, you take the behaviors of 1 or 2 and put everybody.
I think it's hard. It's hard for them to see anyone accept them when you have media just portraying negativity as always.
Right.
You know, and then you have, you know, outside of, you know, daily life, you have people, you know, just giving you the wrong stare, or, you know, the energy, the vibe is off, or people staring at you. So it's very hard to explain to someone like that they're accepted when they're not seen out on a daily basis. God rest his soul, the young man who just took his life. I don't know if y'all seen it. He went viral for coming out as a transgender, and somebody recorded him and was just like,
I thought it was he was dating a transgender.
He was openly dating a transgender. He was dating a transgender openly, and they made fun of him. They said it was little kids too. It was like 14, 15-year-old kids chastising a grown man. Right, and he wound up taking his life. But it's a sensitive topic.
Yeah,
no matter how we perceive it, or anybody strong, or anybody living in a society where it's accepted, it's not easy.
It's not.
It's definitely not easy. I'm a strong individual. And I carry myself a certain way. I agree with you when saying being gay or lesbian. I think they look at it as a lifestyle in a certain manner, but I've never seen it like that. I'm just Dominique. What I decide to do behind closed doors, or what I decide to do in my life and how I carry my life is for me. I'm not,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? But how I would carry myself still as a decent human, morals and values, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like just going back.
That's what it should be about.
Is gay,
right? And I agree, 100%.
He can't stand the way today's generation of homosexual men, because like you said, he would never act out like that in public and things like that, because you still can be civilized, so you still can have respect for yourself in public and other people. And that's no different than some women too. I get it. Well, the way women dress, you want to dress sexy and things like that. Right. But when you have body parts falling out, and then you get mad when people stare at you, it's like you are literally
drawing it to you,
giving someone to stare at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you're sending mixed messages,
right? And that's the thing. I feel like I don't know. Has anybody ever just felt like sometimes you should just have a sit down and just sit with them and have a conversation and just get to an understanding of why they feel they have to be so flamboyant about everything? And
it's what they see. Because I actually have a young cousin. He's about 15 right now. And he doesn't look 15. He's about 6'2". And we had a discussion. He was just sitting on the couch and he's scrolling through the internet. And I'm like, well, what are you looking at? And he's looking at tutus. So I'm just asking, I'm like, I want you to picture this. I want you to be vivid. You're 6'2".
And you looking at a tutu.
And you want to put on this. I said, I want you to look up a 6'2" person, like from your outside, and picture them with a tutu and ask yourself, this is how I want to walk down the street? Mm-hmm. Is this is what I want to be perceived as? I'm not saying care what people think, but at the same time, you would, from the outside looking in, everybody judges.
Yeah.
My thing is, looking at that, is that how you want to walk down the street and think that somebody's going to respect you or take you serious?
Right.
I said, because you're looking at what others are doing. Some people are in a position to do that. They have money. Mm-hmm. They don't really need acceptance. They don't need a job. They don't need, you understand what I'm saying? They have their life set already. Mm-hmm. But in order to get where you need to go, you need to play role. You got to play, not the role, but you got to play the game.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And at the same time, conduct yourself in a certain manner. You still are a man, regardless of what you want to look like. You understand what I'm saying? You are a man. Whatever you do, you do. But always carry yourself with some type of respect and some type of dignity. Stop this internet stuff, and a lot of the influence comes from the internet. And you got
like blame it on K and what's that other one with the light? It's the wigs, the weaves, it's just so much.
It's too much. But what I never understood about all of this is, how do you present yourself to a people on social media that's 3,000-4,000 miles away from you, and you calling them a friend? Y'all never had a personal conversation. You never touched. You never looked each other directly in the face within the same room. And you're calling these people, oh, that's my friend, or I'm in love with that person, is this, that, and the third. I don't get it. What happened to the realization of being able to sit with somebody, sit across from them, hold their hand, go out to eat dinner, go out to the park, just take a walk together?
I mean, I'm old school. I like chivalry, man. I still hold the door, I like.
Absolutely. That's my point.
Because my thing is, I've watched on social media, just in you know, the upcoming new celebs, people who just out of nowhere popped up, and all of a sudden you'll see somebody following out of nowhere, and they're like, wait a minute, how y'all know each other? I don't even see y'all in no pictures. Now all of a sudden it's sis, bro, my bestie, and it's like, so this is how you become social media famous. Just do something that dumb, let somebody like what you did that has a great following, call you bro, sis. And then watch how 10 other people have that same following. It's
acceptance. Like you said, we lost morals and values, so and attention and acceptance became, it's more complacent with what is set, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, people want to be accepted. So, if what's on social media is to make a fool of yourself, they're going to make a fool of themselves because that's what is accepted now.
Right. But for the other side of the coin is, you accept it today, but tomorrow you're everything but a child of God.
I mean, you could be going through life, death situations. These folks don't even call your phone and say, "Hey, bae," or whatever. Let me tell you something. Ignore me. I don't need nobody's acceptance. I'm good.
Right.
I'm good in life. Listen, I had what, 3 birds and a rooster try to make me feel like I was social media famous. I loved it. Thank you, but no thank you. And I still keep my silence.
Shots. You said 3 birds and a rooster.
It's the truth. Listen.
Who's a rooster?
The man. Because let me explain. I always tell people I have to break my men down in birds. So I've had a parrot. No, let me go back. I've had a pigeon. I've had a parrot. I had a flamingo. So that's not the whole pet. I had the whole thing. Now I finally got. He's non-bird.
Okay,
finally got a non-bird.
Thank you.
Thank
you, Jesus.
Okay, because I couldn't do the feeding on the floor no more. But I say all that to say, it just, like you said, it just takes one thing, and then they feed off of it, and no one looks back, because it's not just about men, dressing, and dress is also the way a man carries himself.
Right.
I have a student, I had to get on her yesterday, because she was talking to, he's a young man in our school, he is gay, but I had to remind her again, regardless if he's gay or not, he's still a man. And how you talk to him, you gotta watch your tone too, because he's still a man. And you coming at him like you're the man. And I said that's something that some of us women miss, and I'm guilty of it too.
But I think we need to just stop that as well. The whole he's a man. At the end of the day, you talk to people the way you want to be talked to. I don't care if he's a man, woman. It's a respect thing.
And for some reason, a lot of women, but I'm just saying, as far as I can speak for us as women, and I know I'm guilty of it, for some reason in our minds, because it's been embedded like that, where, we're a little better than men, or we hold more than men. We talk to men according to how we feel they hold a place in the line of whatever.
Understood.
Right.
And I feel like I have to check it, because I'm like, just because he's a gay man doesn't mean you disrespect him more than anything, because he's still a man, and you still have to show some type of respect. She's like, no, but he's a beast. No, that's where you're wrong. You don't call no man. I don't care what. Let me tell you something.
You don't call
no man no beast.
I worked for New York City Department of Corrections 20 years, and there was this inmate who was gay, but this was the baddest dude with his hands ever.
Right.
Ever. You hear me? So just because somebody's gay don't mean that they can't be masculine and knock you out. Because I've seen it done.
But like I said, this goes with the mindset of people and the judgment, automatically thinking because this person, they're soft, they don't have any, that judgment, that listen, like I said, morals and values need to come back.
Absolutely.
Like today.
And that's
so how do we get it back, though?
Yeah, okay. How we get it?
You can't beat social media. The internet is undefeated.
Right.
It's undefeated, but I think if we feed the internet more of that, because I've seen a lot with and it starts mostly with, it's sad, but celebrities, because it seems like they're the mother and father of our community. So as soon as a celebrity says self-love, everybody's expressing self-love. As soon as a celebrity says something about stop the lean. Not even just stop the. You see how lean died out after everybody said it's not cool. It started dying, but it took a celebrity to say it's not cool anymore for it to stop. My thing is, y'all know it's not cool. It shouldn't have to take a celebrity, to tell you it's not cool. You have to have your own.
So what you're saying is it started in the home with the parents. The parents should be teaching you self love.
Right, but that's kind of difficult right now, to be honest with you, because you got kids having kids. Right. You got kids hanging out with their own. You know, they on the same mindset.
To pay rent.
Right. So right now, where the power is held is in the industry. It is the celebrities. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And I think they are using their platforms and, like, you know, going back to Jay-Z and Meek Mills with the injustice system and making people more aware. And now you got Cardi B, you know, with politics. And I hate to bring her in, Kim with the. Kim Kardashian with the politics, but these are people. They believe it or not, people look up to them.
They're influential in the community, and they're valuable. They're valuable if they got the right stuff coming out of their mouth.
Right, and this is what I'm saying.
I agree. I just didn't want to hear her name, but I agree.
But this is where it starts. And sad, but true.
Sad is true. And Rel, I know you got to get ready to go soon. Is there anything you want to touch up on this topic?
No, I mean, it's been a great conversation as usual, and I think you touched on a lot of the important points of what's going on out here today. You know what I mean? Because, again, like you said, to bring it all home, you know, people chastise Jay-Z, but at the same time, I would rather look up to him as a businessman than to look up to, like you said, someone who's out here who doesn't have morals, who doesn't carry themselves well. Jay-Z is a perfect model of how to speak well, how to conduct business, how to be successful.
Yes.
And that goes back to Success Academy and the school and education and those who are fortunate enough to get into the Success Academy program. So everything tonight really ties into each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
Bro, I do have a question. Speaking of the whole Jay-Z NFL thing, I want y'all to pay attention to how Kanye kind of skipped out on a lot of disrespectful actions. He's another distraction, and I think we spoke about this last time with the whole "Make America Great Again," but yet we're still investing in Yeezys. I've watched it. Like,
well, let me say this about Kanye.
And then he has the church on Sundays. It's like he does something idiotic, and then he goes back to just doing his thing, and like people forget.
Well, because he's always been that way.
Always.
I'm a fan of Kanye, and I can't stand Kanye, but he's always been that way. And so at least in today's world, he's being himself because he doesn't.
But that's his self is a confused.
Like that.
But his self is a confused and inflicted man. So my thing is, what are you actually embracing? Are you embracing the man that, creates projects in music, or are we embracing the guy who has a hard time?
I got you.
Do you understand what I'm saying? With going how he feels from what he thinks, because being that he's confused and he sends inflicted messages, I think it confuses and it inflicts everybody else outside, and we kind of disregard the fact that this man is not riding our wave, and at the same time still taking money out of our community's pocket. But I just wanted to touch on that.
But I like the fact that he's doing Sunday service, because at least for him, he's back